What's up, everybody? It's your boy Q Hicks, and I'm back with another video on the rise of Chazz Surratt, going from a 4-star quarterback to an All-American linebacker. If this is your first time on the channel, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. Now let's dive into it. Chazz Surratt is a 6'3" linebacker out of Denver, North Carolina. In high school, Chazz was always a winner as soon as he stepped on the high school field. He played multiple positions during his 4 years at East Lincoln High School. There, he boasted potential as a dual-threat passer and had a lot of interest from schools including Clemson, West Virginia, Duke, and UNC. Surratt wanted the opportunity to play quarterback on the next level, and he wanted to stay close to home, so he committed to the University of North Carolina before his senior year. During his time at East Lincoln, he led the Mustangs to 29 straight wins and 2 state championships. And in his senior year, Surratt threw for 3,500 yards and 51 touchdowns, while running for 1,300 yards and 15 touchdowns, before damaging his elbow in the playoffs and being out for the rest of the season. He will end up breaking the state record for career total yards and career total touchdowns with 16,593 yards and 229 total touchdowns, while collecting a number of different accolades. He was a 2-time first-team All-State selection, a Parade National Player of the Year, and a Gatorade State Player of the Year as well in his senior year. And he finished as a 4-star dual-threat quarterback recruit on most sites. And to add to Chazz's case of being a dominant player, he was also a 2-sport athlete, being an AP All-State selection in basketball, averaging 20 points in his junior season and leading his team to a 24-1 record, with the only loss being in the state championship against Kingston High School and current NBA All-Star Brandon Ingram. But even though he was going to be out for months with his elbow injury, Chazz would graduate high school early and leave for Chapel Hill in January of 2016. In 2015, North Carolina was coming off one of their best seasons, finishing 11-3 and getting to the ACC championship game. And in 2016, Chazz's freshman season, the starting spot was taken by Mitch Trubisky, so Chazz spent his first year redshirting. Surratt would get his first start in his redshirt freshman season, where he appeared in 9 games and made 7 starts. But most of the time, he was splitting snaps between multiple different quarterbacks, and he struggled with both inconsistency and injury. He ended up throwing for 1,342 yards with 8 touchdowns and 3 picks, while rushing for 210 yards and 5 touchdowns. The team ended up going 3-9, the 9 losses being the most Chazz had ever seen in his entire high school career, with only 1 win against the FBS team. And more disappointment would follow the next season when Surratt didn't do enough to start in his redshirt sophomore year and only appeared in 1 game. The Tar Heels ended up going 3-9 again, and Chazz also broke his wrist during that 1 game he played on an attempt to tackle the defender after a pick 6 against Miami, and he would be out for the season after that. Surratt knew it was time for a change. His redshirt sophomore season was the lowest point of his career. He was going into his 4th year of college, North Carolina's head coach just got fired, and the quarterback position wasn't working out for him. He had to look over his options. Did he want to transfer to another school or change positions? Surratt loved UNC too much to transfer, even more than he loved to be a quarterback, so he ended up changing positions. Usually when a quarterback changes positions, it will be to a wide receiver, a cornerback, a tight end, or maybe a safety. But he moved to linebacker, which is unheard of for any QB to move to one of the most physical positions on the field, but he wanted to play that position. Surratt was athletic enough to do it and had the frame to get it done. It was a career-defining decision, but he wanted to make it to the NFL by any means necessary. Surratt immediately showed promise in his new role. In 2019, he led the team with 115 tackles and also added 15 tackles for loss, 6.5 sacks, a forced fumble, an interception, and 3 pass deflections. He was named first-team All-ACC in his first season at linebacker, and he finished 2nd in Defensive Player of the Year voting in the ACC. He could have left for the NFL draft after the year, but he thought it was best to come back to refine his skills and get more tape at that position. And in 2020, he picked up right where he left off. Surratt showed growth on the defensive side of the ball. He logged 91 tackles, 6 sacks, a forced fumble, an interception, and 3 pass deflections. He nearly matched his 2019 totals in 2 fewer games, earning All-American recognition for his play. He also earned another first-team All-ACC selection, and in December, Chazz opted out of UNC's bowl game, officially declaring for the NFL draft. The first thing that scouts bring up when talking about Chazz is his elite athleticism, and that his motor is off the charts, so he plays faster than others. He checks a lot of boxes as well. He's twitchy, he's fluid in the hips, and has sideline-to-sideline range. He is also very instinctive, which could come from playing the quarterback position. He's explosive, and as a pass defender, he can break up balls with ease and close gaps, and he can shadow tight ends. And he has shown to be a good pass rusher as well, with 12.5 sacks throughout his 2 years. But some weaknesses for him would be his frame. He can still stand to get bigger in the NFL. Some tackling questions and trouble disengaging in blocks also come up in scouting reports. It's times when he is in the right gap but can't finish the play with a tackle. Surratt comes off as a project with only 2 years at the position, but his potential should give teams confidence to draft him. I could see him being a passing down linebacker because of his great covering ability when he first gets to the league, while he builds his body to one day be an every down linebacker down the line. I don't see him as a first round pick, but his potential is too much to pass up on. He is definitely in play in the early second round, and he has the drive and determination to do anything he sets his mind to after his drastic position change. He will be in the NFL for a long time in my opinion, and if I'm the Eagles, Rams, or Bills, I will be taking a hard look at Mr. Surratt. I just want to thank you guys for watching. If this is your first time on the channel, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. Follow me on Twitter, and definitely let me know who you would like to see next. I have a sports and entertainment podcast. I would love if you guys subscribe. Link is in the description, and we out. Peace.